None of that helped. All right, thank you so Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Garage Night. What is Garage Night? A bunch of guys together, having some brews, just like you would have, or maybe you women out there might have get the girls together, have some drinks, talk, chat, talk about the week, talk about upcoming events, current events, and then also just some fun conversation. So this week we got someone special on today, so we'll do my normal intros. And then we got a guest with us today. Super excited to have him on. So anyway, we got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Slaw.
What is... Oh, my God.
Is that Harry Potter?
I think that's a Harry Potter hello.
It is. I think it was.
That's Kurdish for hello.
Did you just look that up right before you came here?
I was going to say, that is... Google definitely got involved in that.
Kurdish.
So we got Craig. We got his brother who looks like he may fall asleep during this episode. Corey Bentley on the mic.
I didn't get much sleep the last few days, but hello.
And we also got our super special guest. Super excited to have him on. He's been a Patreon like almost from day one, and it kind of like popped up out of nowhere. I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool." So we got Seth Loop also with us today. Seth, say what up, or whatever you want to say. Your greeting.
I'm going to say what up or hello in English.
No Kurdish over here.
Nope.
Before we get into what's been going on this week, I do got to give a shout out to Cole Street Brewery, one of our sponsors, with Sean McDonald being a gracious sponsor, hooking us up with the Not Another IPA that we have in the studio today for our drinks in the lab. Also, he wanted me to mention that the first week is a lot of stuff goes on down at Cole Street, but especially the brewery. First Wednesday of every month is comedy night, and they've got some comedians lined up. It's $10, so get your tickets right there. That's the cover charge to make it in there, and it's kind of like a little private area where you can sit in the back and buy some beer and listen to comedy go on. Also, Friday, the first Friday of every month, is Cruise Enumclaw. And so you go down to Cole Street, enjoy some beers, watch the rides go on while that goes. Have you guys been down for any of the cruises?
I did the first one, which was awesome because it was like a year ago now, and right when COVID was coming down, and people were just like freaked out, and everybody was in their houses, and finally somebody said like, we need to get people outside. So we went down to the Lee, grabbed a burger from the Lee to go, maybe a cocktail to go, and parked my pickup right on the shoulder of Cole Street, and freaking got. Watch the cars.
You had a great.
Oh, it was awesome. Sat in the back of my pickup all night and watched cars drive by. It was awesome.
That sounds sweet.
And then, of course, we have such a great time. Then you don't go back. We haven't been to another one.
Yeah, no. Plus, it was it was a little rowdy.
Oh,
but awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Craig, you been down there for a cruise yet?
Yeah, I think I've either made every one of them or missed one. It's hard because
I thought you were going to say, I think I've been to every one or none of them. I can't. I don't know.
It's easy to go down a little early and get that front window spot at Cole Street. Yeah, it just makes it easier to be there.
And here's the other thing is that Sean was able to kind of get both his parking spaces that he's allotted for Cole Street, where he has full windows now, so you don't have a tent in front of it. You get the full view, so a lot better view. And plus, in those parking spots now is turning into a semi like a beer garden, so to speak, where it's all roped off and you can grab a table there and just sit right on the street in a sense and watch it. So, Corey, you been down there for a cruise yet?
What I did was the opposite of Craig. I was going to make none of them, or it was one.
I might do one. So now we can jump into what we've been doing this week, and I know that you guys look a little sunny, a little burned, got a little sun, a little tired, and a little unshowered. I want to say.
Oh, freshly showered.
I caught a shower first thing. First thing when I walked in the door.
Today?
I'm getting in the shower.
Craig,
I took a shower last night.
in the tiniest shower ever.
Yeah. Talk about this. What did you guys do this weekend or this week?
So buddy Jason Tim hits us up. Gosh, January. Like, hey, I'm putting a golf trip together. for Sun Lakes Resort, Sun Lake State Park. So over north of Soap Lake. Cruise over there for a midweek special.
Did you guys camp?
No, they've these little cabins.
Yeah.
Which are kind of dumpy, but
it depends where you're at.
It's a good spot to crash. They got nice, cool yards outside. We had yard games set up, and my son was playing catch with all the dudes. Got over there and got over there on Tuesday morning, like before noon. Went and played a round of golf. Back to the cabins, dinner. Then we golfed Tuesday, Wednesday, and yesterday, and came home this morning. So great trip! What an absolute freaking awesome time. My son's 18, so he'd never really experienced anything like that. But he really enjoyed himself and got better at golf, and we just had a great time.
How many rounds did it end up being?
What did we play? We played 18 holes on
18 on Tuesday.
They played 27.
We did. Some of us did 18 on Wednesday. Some did 27 on Wednesday. We chose the miniature golf for the second part.
Oh, at Sun Lakes, I love miniature golf. There.
And then on Thursday, we all did 27.
Yeah,
and then played miniature golf.
And then played miniature golf.
But we played
also.
the 27 though was awesome. Yesterday was the most fun we had because we all played together.
Yeah,
like we were separated into teams, but we all teed off and everything together and stayed together the whole time. It was awesome.
So then. Did you guys have like you said, separated teams? Did you guys have a team? We usually do a draft. We do kind of the same thing every summer with our friends. We do a draft where you stay on that team of 8 versus team of 8, but you kind of get shuffled on who you're playing against from team 1 and team 2. Did you guys do the same thing or same teams the entire weekend? Or
we just played scrambles all weekend.
Things got shuffled around, different games.
Yeah,
I lost a lot of money.
I think that almost everybody played with everybody.
Yeah, we tried to make it that way.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, but no, like you said, we did scrambles. We learned some new games that I'd never even heard before, like Wolf and Pig. I don't know, all that kind of stuff, and obviously there was a little bit of side betting and money involved in a lot of the games we were playing. So that made it more interesting.
Everybody won money at golf but me.
Did you guys do poker at night?
No, we didn't.
Somebody forgot poker chips.
Yeah, I was supposed to bring my poker set, and so there were so many different forms of communication leading up to this thing. Like you'd get an email from the group, and then somebody'd reply all to that email, or they just reply individually, and then you get a text message, but it was only 3 out of the 4 guys in the group, or it was like not everybody was included in that text message. So like the day we're leaving, I'm like going through my phone, like emails and text messages, and trying to find everything. And I'm like, I found like 4 different ones where I had promised to bring things, and that was it. And at some point, I do remember saying, "Yeah, I'll bring my poker set," but it never registered that I was supposed to grab that on the way out the door.
Yeah, I brought cards. I mean, we all had poker sets, but Seth boldly said he was going to bring his.
I was gonna. Yeah,
but you didn't go. I don't know if we would have. You didn't go to the shop and like buy Reese's Pieces and like use those as like chips or anything like that?
No, we had enough other stuff going on.
The one night we were going to play.
Beer and whiskey sticking around to keep us all very well entertained.
It wouldn't have been a very good game that one night we were going to play with some people that were already past a certain point.
Oh, yeah, there was a couple dudes that got beyond the point of no return.
Nobody in this room.
I was trying to, sorry, Corey, I was interrupting. I was hoping that you were able to make some money back, so it sounds like you just spent a lot of money on this trip.
I won money on miniature golf.
Oh, that's how you brought it back?
You should have seen he rocked it.
Oh, miniature golf? I got it.
Did you make money on it?
Yeah, the last night I won like
$50.
Wow.
We're talking miniature golf. there was some steep betting going on for miniature golf.
If you can share names, who was the worst one? Or not worst one, golf? But they just lost. They were just constantly losing money everywhere.
Well, I lost money everywhere except for miniature golf. Everybody else won money at golf. They had KPs or long drives. They all got something. I got none of it.
My KPs bailed me out.
Okay. So you were.
I would have lost a substantial amount of money if I didn't have a couple KPs.
And I think I only had one KP, so I might have been right ahead of Corey.
And then, did you guys get any course deals? Like, is there a replay?
Oh, it was cheaper. $10 for as much golf as you could do in a day.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
The only thing you had to do is go back and pay. Like, if you're going to pay another round, you pay for your card again. But it was like $12 a round or something.
And then, Sun Lakes is known for its wind as well. Was it windy there?
It was pretty windy.
It was very windy.
The first day was windy, but like decent weather. Was it the second day? Second morning?
Yesterday was
windy and a little bit of rainy in the morning.
Well, the problem.
that was so. Yeah.
The problem the second day was they left the sprinklers on the entire time we were out there, so we were getting soaked trying to go through and find the balls. Where he was parked a cart and didn't realize the sprinkler was coming, and it just hits the cart. Everything's just soaked. The entire second day.
So, and then did you guys were you guys expecting Sun Lakes where you guys were like t-shirts and shorts and then
That's
ended up?
all I brought.
But we got some of that. It's not like we didn't get some sunshine.
I obviously got sunburned, but I also got rained on. Kyle gave me his rain gear. So there's a picture of me with the rain gear with all the stuff just tucked in. It looks like a garbage bag. Just like,
that's what I was good. That's what I jotted. That's the note I jotted down. Was Corey's outfit yesterday. It was incredible.
Can we post a picture at some point?
We have the group picture. It's me in the front in the garbage bag.
Okay, well, just if you want to get, or we just zoom in on you.
Yeah, we'll crop you out.
It was like old school Hammer pants almost. Like it was
Corey wearing Kyle's pants. It was pretty incredible.
I played better.
They were baggy.
Yeah, I played better that round. That helped me.
So does this have a nickname? Like the trip, was it? Because we call ours the Cider Cup. But do you guys have did you guys call your guys' golf trip, or was it just Golf Trip 2021?
This was the first one, so it might have to
Maybe we'll
become a nickname.
Yeah,
going forward.
And is this going to be a spring-fall thing where it's like, okay, we're going to do one in the spring, one in the fall, or once a year in the spring?
I think you shoot for once a year probably on this one because you get the good deal and the timing for everybody. I think it works out.
And I think that after this trip, because all of us have known each other for a long time. I was just telling Seth this. We've all known each other for a long time, but I don't think we've all hung out together and did something like this ever, as a group like this. And I see it being hopefully a yearly thing, but yet if we all wanted to go play Enumclaw or somewhere else, we'd all go do that now too. You know what I mean?
Oh, I gotcha. I know that for our tournament that we do, we enjoy it in August. Pardon me, because it kind of gears you up. We do the draft in like May, so the draft should be coming up any time now. So you know who your teammates are, and then you exclude the others. Like you have good friends, and you're like, they want to go golfing, and you're like, nah, man, you're team 2. I'm not doing it. Look at you. Yeah, that shirt, that picture. Yeah, send that to me. We'll post it.
Elegant.
But yeah, and then you just get with your own team, and you're always playing with your own team, gearing up for it. You kind of work with your partners a little bit. It means nothing at the end of the day, so to speak. I mean, it's fun. It's bragging rights. You don't win any money, but at the end, it's like you know that you put your heart and soul into it just because it's just fun to get with the bros and you golf more. Like this is like a kickoff. Like I feel like this is like the Daytona 500 of golfing for you guys. Like the first race of the season. I mean, might have been some of you guys' first time golfing this year. Was it, or did you guys kind of warm up knowing it?
I golfed a lot over the winter.
Oh, okay.
Not just to like,
just for fun.
But I got better at golf on this trip. Like,
it was cool this trip because if you rode with a guy, you sat there. I haven't played in 4 years. But I rode with some guy, and it was helping you out. Stand here, do this, the little things, and it was more fun for me than I've had golfing.
Really,
in a long time.
Usually people don't like that when they golf.
As long as I've for me, it's why wouldn't I take that? Like I know I'm not good at golf, so why wouldn't I take that helping me? But for me, I probably wouldn't go play my own ball and have the enjoyment there. But these scrambles, like a 4-2.
Oh yeah, you get a good drive for somebody.
Like, super fun because every once in a while I actually hit a good drive.
Yeah,
and somebody's like, all right, we'll take that, and then you're like, oh, cool. I feel like I'm part of it now.
Right,
I feel like you contributed.
Yeah.
So this was I hadn't played. I played Monday before we even went on the trip. So this was the first time I've played golf more than 2 days in a row. So this was 4 days in a row for me, and I've never played golf that many days in a row.
A little sore?
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but yeah, there's definitely some soreness that went on with it, especially after the 27 yesterday.
Yeah,
towards the end of yesterday, you could feel it a little bit.
We did have the inversion table there.
That is true.
We were all flipping on the inversion table between times. That felt good.
That tells you how old you are. You're bringing inversion table golfing.
Did someone actually do that?
Yeah. He brought his inversion table. And it was great, and we all ended up on it at some point.
It was the most amazing thing ever that it was there. I think almost everybody got on it.
Yeah.
You guys gonna load up a hot tub next time and bring that down there?
Absolutely. Just a kiddie pool and car.
We're just gonna hire
rent out a massage
professional masseuse to come in right after, and everybody gets a massage.
We thought about that. We thought about we got weird with ours. We were like, hey, we should hire our wives like to be like our masseuse and our caddies for the weekend.
I'm sure they're in for that.
But then it'd be like, well, what would intimidate the other players would be like, let's say that would if your wife was watching you play, would that intimidate you? Maybe. Sometimes I go off with my wife, or would it another wife's? And so then you would like some other wife would be just like rubbing your back, and then things kind of started getting weird. We're like, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. Bad idea. But Craig, for how many rounds of golf that I paid for? Like, let's say I'm like, okay, Summer's Pass is $800. You could golf anytime you want at Enumclaw. Anytime. Still got to pay for the cart unless you, enjoy walking. If I could have Carrie as a caddy slash masseuse for one round, just one round, and I'd pay for all your rounds in the summer, would you do it?
That's an $800.
It is.
And it's one of the reasons you just don't go golfing is because it's like, it's a nice day.
Is this a legit offer?
Because
I mean, if you're gonna put me on the spot, I'll put you on the spot. Is this a legit offer?
Because I'll tell you right now, he doesn't have to pay for a golf cart either.
Oh, because your dad has one.
So he would be free
golfing all the time.
Yeah.
Find a couple balls too, and then you're good there in that department.
For one round of her being your caddy.
And masseuse.
How long is a massage?
No, between I'm driving and behind.
Oh, during the golf trip.
The entire time I'm for my one round.
I'm easier
because I'd be even willing to bet more money that your round would be horrible because you would be that guy that was being intimidated.
I'd be laughing so hard. Carrie to just be like 5 gloves on, just hot day, but she's just to the gills and just clothes, just like. Barely doesn't want to be recognized. Sunglasses, the works.
Does Carrie listen to this?
No. Yes.
Hey, Carrie.
And she hates it.
I think you guys should just shake on this deal. It sounds like this is a deal.
Depending on if I go to, did you see those shaky hands?
Yeah. Just don't spill it,
dude.
You've been shown how to pour.
Okay,
you've been shown how to pour.
Let me show you how to pour this.
Use 2 hands.
Let me feed you. It's called the boob. And so I just put no shake. Yeah. Nice, even, cool pour.
Look at you, fancy.
Give you a little pop on top.
That was good.
So I'm telling you,
it was good.
I feed you here.
Like good looking beer,
mother.
Baby bird.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna we'll take a rain check. We'll talk offline. Because if I win big,
you guys just got to talk and commit to this before this thing airs. Because if Carrie hears this, she's gonna be like, "Oh hell no!" Yeah. So you have to have committed to it.
I think Carrie views me like McDonald's, where it like sounds good, and then because she's like, "Oh, it's Travis, he's coming here. I'm gonna give him a hard time." But then the longer I stay, the more she just like wants me to leave. It's just kind of weird. McDonald's sounds good. Oh, I'm gonna eat some McDonald's. And you eat the McDonald's, and you're like, ugh.
It's just like the movie.
I really don't like that McDonald's.
The movie Super Size Me, the way it starts out and ends.
Yeah,
that's how she feels
about me.
Yeah,
I feel like she just doesn't ever want you to show up.
Well, with Seth on here, let me talk about my Vegas vacation. Let me catch people up on that because I just got back from Vegas last night, 12. So I'm with you guys, tired. Kind of like you had a lot of sun, so you kind of feel like a little, even though you took a shower,
puffy.
Yeah, puffy. You had beer or whiskey or hard alcohol all week long, and you're just like, man.
Somebody had some delicious whiskey.
Oh, what they have?
Oh yeah,
you brought some.
Jaren. Oh no, I brought Screwball, which is peanut butter flavored whiskey.
I never had that before. That was good.
It's good. You don't want to drink a lot of it because it's really sweet and it'll give you a horrible headache. And
I'm not that.
Yeah, but it's not shitty whiskey like Fireball.
Okay.
Like Fireball is like the worst rot gut thing you can put in your mouth. And I don't get within 1,000 feet of a bottle of Fireball. That's another story for another time. When me and a buddy had a half gallon of Fireball and we were camping and we just threw the cap in the fire and finished it. And that was the last time I drank Fireball.
Oh man, that's me with Crown Apple. Oh, can't do it. But yeah. But
it was a rough weekend, but that's, like I said, another story for another time. Jaren brought the Pendleton. Gosh, I'm not going to remember what it is now. It's a super fancy bottle of Pendleton, which I'm a Pendleton fan.
Yeah, Pendleton is good.
Any of it, but this was like the fancy bottle. And Jaren, like he always springs for something. So he shows up with this bottle of Pendleton, which is great. I brought a bottle of the Screwball, which is you put it in the flask and throw it in your golf bag, and you take a sip, nip here and there. I got in one spot where I kept getting the KP on the same hole, and every time I teed off on this same hole, I was planting it on the green, and
wow!
Before every time, I was getting a little nip of the Screwball, and it worked out.
So you're saying that's your secret sauce?
Apparently.
Any cigars? Any cigar smoking? No one doing that.
I love
cigars. I talked about that on the way up, and then never
did it.
Pulled it off.
What could you tell right now if someone put blindfold test, well whiskey, and Pendleton?
Yeah.
Do you think you could tell the difference?
Yes.
Do you think you could tell the difference?
No.
Do you think you could tell the difference?
No.
So we were at the Maui room one night with a bunch of our boys, and we were like, there was this girl that was kind of like, she was drunk and ish, and so she'd come and talk to us, and we're hey, cool, nice talking to you, but there was a guy there was getting kind of jealous that she kept on coming and talking to us, and so we felt like we owed the. He kind of actually got not in our faces, but he definitely came up and was just like making his presence known, and so one of my buddies was like, hey, let me buy you some Pendleton. And this guy was already hammered. He's like, oh, I love Pendleton. And so then my buddy walked over and ordered a well whiskey and then gave it to him. Said, have a good night, buddy. And the guy thought it was Pendleton. So that's why the question was.
So when anybody gets to a certain point, it doesn't matter what
it tastes like. Yeah. I gotcha.
But if you put a glass of McNaughtons in front of me and a glass of Pendleton, I'm going to be able to tell you which one's which.
I want to do. I wish
I
would have known this beforehand.
You can't swallow McNaughtons like straight. Now I'll mix it with 7-Up or Coke and drink it all day long. But no, like straight whiskey, like.
I kind of want to do a taste test with you.
Well, next time
I'll buy a little airplane of each.
There you go. Yeah, do it.
Blindfold them.
Blindfold test. We'll all do it. All four.
I wouldn't be able to tell the difference of anything.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you might get a lucky guess.
That's true.
Right?
It's 50-50.
It's always a shot.
Chance.
And then what if you got it right and he got it wrong and you just hang it over his head the entire time?
No, you could. You would definitely be able to.
I don't even drink this
for a while. Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to Vegas, had a good time, drank way too much. And then one day I was in the pool. I don't know if you guys saw that pool photo yet.
Oh, in the shower?
Yeah.
That was my...
Wow.
Our internet wasn't good.
But that was the only...
That picture froze every time I opened Facebook.
That was the only thing you could see on Facebook was that picture.
Like, will this internet not work so I can get this off of my phone?
He was screaming about wanting to get the Wi-Fi. I need the Wi-Fi. I gotta get it. It must be gone.
That is the best.
I can't open Facebook for 4 days now because this picture is stuck on my phone.
I mean, just imagine if you were like by people that you didn't even know, and you open your phone and there it is, someone at the gift shop, and they're like, "What is that guy looking at over there? What's on his?
What the fuck?"
That was worth it. Me posting that right now was worth it. Craig wished he did that.
It was epic.
No, after he did it, I knew not to open it because I didn't have any connection either, so I didn't want to get stuck.
Craig, I just saw your face.
Oh,
you look like Seamus.
Oh yeah,
look at you.
Yeah,
if you guys
special shave for the trip.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I did it for the tournament right before, and then for the trip. Yeah,
for the Irishman.
Yeah.
Wow. So if you guys don't know,
I thought I played so bad Tuesday. I was going to shave the whole thing off.
I thought
Tuesday was rough.
You didn't lose a bet?
No.
Okay, so what he's got going on is like full on mutton chops all the way down to the chin. And chin shaved with a little flavor saver, a little soul patch,
ginger chops,
and then right into a good mustache, looking mustache. The only thing that would have capped it is if you got your mustache a little bit longer and twirled the tips on each side. Then you would be legit creative player on like some video game that I would make, and then like it was like Madden.
Hook it up like that strength coach. Was it Oregon State or Oregon? I think they've got their strength coach has like a full on like whole curl. Like beautiful handlebar mustache.
Yeah. Yes. I think there's another challenge coming on. Look at what did you do? Anything? You just kept the beard. normal. Could you do that? Could you bring that to your work like that, or do they want like a specific?
I
type
could.
of beard?
All they're gonna do is tell me to shave it if they want to.
Oh, really? You don't want to run that risk.
Oh, I don't care.
The beard is the hoodie.
I would do it, but if I lost the bet and had to do it, and then they tell me to shave it, it ain't my fault.
Corey pretty much runs that place anyway. I
mean, he does.
Yeah, he's been there for how many millions of years?
Yes.
I run nothing. Nobody. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me any questions.
Yeah. So, anyway, I won't go too deep in my Vegas trip, but had a good time.
Did you go back to that restaurant?
The pool. The one that the dude
chicken.
What one?
The chicken.
Yeah, did you go in again knowing?
You knew them now that you can go in and order the chicken again?
Oh. I forgot about that. Just nod my head. Hey, I was here 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Remember me?
I'm cool now. I'm in now.
I'm cool. We're good. No, but I did try out that Hugo Cellars. Shout out to the person that recommended it and also like Venmo'd me money for the dinner.
They paid for your dinner?
They paid for my dinner. Now, this place was very legit. No hats, so I had to be bald. And then walked right in. They gave my wife a rose, and then they took us to the table. They made the salad in front of us with the salad cart. We both got prime rib. They even brought a little like ice cream in between the salad and getting your regular meal to kind of like cleanse the palate.
Ginger ice cream.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then at the end, they bring like this cake out, like all these slices on a tray. Which one do you want? We refuse. We're like, And they're like, well, we do have, chocolate covered strawberries. So we're like, that's good. We were full. It's like, I can't eat that, but they did give us that. Very nice. Good old fashions. I mean, it was like the dim lighting with the candles on the wall, like brick walls. Made it look like you were you felt like you were back in like the 1940s.
Is it new? Is it a newer place or has it been around forever?
It was in the basement of Binion's, so it's on Fremont.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Four Queens. Yeah. So and then the other thing was the masks. Holy cow! No masks anywhere. Like not anywhere. I shouldn't say like that, but like. They weren't requiring masks in the casino. They weren't requiring masks in restaurants. They weren't requiring masks at the pool. It was just Uber and the airport. Those were the only place requiring masks. So just to kind of go out and just be in that environment, and no one was like looking at you weird if you weren't wearing your mask, and people weren't looking at you weird if you were wearing your mask. It was just like this like very like good vibey. The one thing though is that people kind of they still, I think now are kind of trained to have a little more social distancing than before. Not the full 6 feet, and maybe not even 3 feet, but like if you're in a line somewhere, usually you have people just kind of breathing down your neck pre-pandemic. Like they're like, oh, I gotta get up to the front. I gotta push this line along, kind of a mentality. And here it was like, no, you kind of got that 1 foot, 2 foot rule, just kind of people mentally doing that. So other than that, it was just a crazy, that was a pretty crazy experience of just being around like a bunch of no one not wearing any masks at all, like, and didn't care, So anyway, did you guys were you guys able to golf and no mask it for a bit, or
they didn't? Yeah, it's Eastern Washington. So.
yeah, they're like
yeah, like we went into the clubhouse or into the office for the cabins, and we got there to like check in, get our keys, and like there was like a huge sign on the door that said masks required, and so we threw a mask on and went inside, and they were. A couple of them were wearing masks. A couple of them weren't. It wasn't like a big concern.
Right.
We went to the grocery store up in Cooley City yesterday, and the sign on the door said masks are required if you want to. If you're fully vaccinated, don't worry about it.
Right. And that was the kind of thing that said here. And the weird thing was, they had it everywhere. You'd even hear it. The woman, you would hear it wherever you're at. Like it was almost like propaganda in a sense, the way. The same woman was saying it wherever you'd go. Go to this place, go to that place. It was all Las Vegas, And she's like, if you're not vaccinated, you are required to wear a mask. If you are not vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask. We will see that if you are not wearing a mask, that we will take it as a truthful statement that you have been vaccinated. And we're like, wow, just a truthful statement. And they even had it written everywhere. It's a truthful statement.
I'm trying to get that guilt on people.
Yeah. So Anyway, I had the Modernizer, and so I was fully vaccinated. I was cool with it. And
that was that big needle we talked about.
I thought you were getting one of everything.
What I did, I got the collector's cup.
And no superhero powers?
No,
nothing.
Not yet. No,
not shooting laser beams out your eyes or anything.
Yeah,
like that?
No.
I thought maybe that's what's happened with that pool shot, as you were starting to like mutate into something else there.
Yeah, Danny DeVito
getting your super. I did see, because I was stuck on there, so I read the comments. That somebody made fun of your back. It says about the back comment.
Yeah. A little butt crack hair.
No, it was what was Tony's comment?
Signani or Signani?
Yeah,
I don't even read
comment.
his anymore.
It was some back comment.
Yeah, he's just all he does is troll.
But it was funny though. It made me laugh.
All he does is I don't even read Tony. I mean, it's just like he's funny. I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm just gonna just sit there and I've done it before. I've gotten caught in one of his traps where I like comment back and then he'll comment. Okay, all right. It's like this has wasted my time and brain for 5 minutes.
I remember what it was though. It was the Mark Wahlberg ice thing. He goes in a Seth Rogen back.
I did read that and I did laugh at that one because I thought that was funny. Yeah. When he's original, he's funny. Yeah. I do enjoy him. I'm just happy that popped up every time he opened it. Did everyone give you a crap about it, or did you even know it that every time he opened?
I said something to a couple people about it.
He told me. He was like, "Dude, did you see Travis Kinney's post on Facebook with him in the shower or whatever it is in the fountain?" I was like, "Yeah, I saw it. I didn't not for very long because I didn't want to look at it." he goes, "Yeah." So my Facebook froze. So if I open Facebook, it's just that, and I can't scroll. Nothing happens. It's so just good. That. And I can't even like clear all where you can just make everything go away and then reopen Facebook. Nope. Pops up with Travis Kinney in the shower.
Terrible. It's terrible.
It's my wallpaper now.
Good. I hope it is.
He screenshotted that.
I know that Seth had a question for you, Craig.
Yes.
Seth, what was your question? It was something regarding you heard he was a huge fan of Harry Potter or something like that. Yeah. What was the...
Well, no, okay, so... And your kids are the same age as mine too. Like Harry Potter, like has always been a thing. It's like one of the most popular things ever, produced, right? I just like you guys were talking about this on the last episode,
yeah.
And I was like, Harry Potter, like what? Like I don't know. It just seems. I never really bought into it. I never saw any of the movies. I never read the books.
You're smart.
So the reason why Craig says you're smart is because he's pigeonholed the Harry Potter fan base in Enumclaw, and he doesn't want anyone else on his turf.
That's a good spin. That is an actual great spin. I was wondering where you were going to go with that. That was a good spin.
What he's upset about is the younger generation of Harry Potter fans, and he sent me a statement. Yeah. And this is why he's upset.
Okay, let's hear it.
So it used to be the old school Harry Potter fans, you had so much choice of clothing. Of all the Harry Potter stuff, right?
Yeah,
and you'd see somebody and you'd be like, Hufflepuff, and they'd be like, yeah, and they'd be like, Gryffindor, yeah, back and forth.
Yeah.
And he's so upset because these days, the kids just wear it ironically. They don't know what it is.
They don't even know.
So he screams out, he's like, Hufflepuff, and they're like, I just like the color. And he gets super upset about it. He's like, you got to know what you're wearing.
Yeah.
That's how big of a fan he is.
He's huge into that.
Yeah.
Yes. Quidditch.
Quidditch. Hey, guys, quit it. Quit it with the Quidditch. Are you so? And then, I mean, is it weird to now be known on the plateau? On the plateau.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like you're an influencer, like almost like a Harry Potter influencer around here?
Yes, I'm waiting for that day when somebody comes up and asks me something, and I have no idea how to answer it. And I just make it up, and then everything explodes.
Yeah, I think it goes viral. Is what you're looking for. I feel like
plays off that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But he's actually a wizard.
You're a wizard, Craigie. You got a nice beard going. I feel like you are a character. What character has that same facial hair? There is a character that has facial hair like that.
I don't know.
All right. Sure.
He just winked at me.
Yeah. There is a guy with a huge beard. I mean, but it's pretty massive if I remember right.
Yeah.
Is it Gandalf the White?
Oh, shut up. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
So Seth, curious.
Yep.
Super curious on this. Oh, you got like the same wallet as me. Everyone gives me shit for my wallet. Do people give you
got
shit?
a shotgun shell on it?
No, it's got like a
you mean
it's a
it's just
trifold,
fat? Yeah.
and people like call it the Costanza
Well,
wallet.
this has substantially more. We just got back from a golf trip, so this
Yeah.
has substantially more cash in it than I have ever had in my wallet before.
I just got from Vegas.
This is empty. He's got a couple of raffle tickets in there.
Substantially less money in mine. But does anyone give you crap about it? Like they see that like, whoa, Costanza wallet or like that?
Yeah, no, I get a lot of crap for it because it collects things. So like once a year, I have to like take everything out of it and clean it out, and then I put it in my pocket. And I always think I lost
again.
it.
Yeah,
it's all thin and
Yeah.
ridiculous. But yeah, my wife, she hates that thing. She tells me that's the reason my back's as bad as it is.
No, do you
It's
put it in
not.
the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to do that until I got neck pains. Now, neck pains, I didn't know this, sometimes are associated with the back. I did go to the chiropractor. They took a picture of my back, and I had a lower curve because I was sitting on my wallet. They said, "What one do you put your wallet in?" I put my right. And so driving and all that. So then I started moving it to my front. My back went back. So my neck pains went away. So I'm telling you, like, as a survivor of trifold wallet in the back pocket,
Yeah, it was a rough go for a while.
you should maybe, if your back starts hurt, consider moving that to the front.
I don't know. You guys can't obviously see this, but my wallet's like 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
Right now because it has a lot of cash in it, and it's
Right.
not like a lot of dollar amount. It's just a
lot of
shitload.
lot of ones.
A bunch of
20s.
ones.
Yeah, holy
Oh,
cow.
I think there's even a couple hundreds in there.
You know what?
Anyway.
You know what you could try? Just put it on the left side and balance it out.
Yeah.
Oh, get two.
But can you envision this thing stuffed into my front pocket? It'd be like I was
chew in there.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Maybe chew on the left one,
In the back
wallet on
pocket.
the right one.
Or
Yeah.
use an empty chew can as a wallet
Just
and just stuff everything,
in there.
Guess what you need
Cut the
for that?
corners off your driver's
Got like
license.
5 chew cans just stuffed in the back, carrying everything.
This one's cash, this one's coins.
Yeah.
Till he really wants one and is pissed because you got to take out 3 other ones.
Well,
to get to
believe
a
me,
good
I've
one.
heard it. I spent a lot of time with a chiropractor back in the day, but when they could still adjust me before they said you need to go see a surgeon, but we can't do anything for you.
I know why.
Yeah. He gave me a lot of grief about my wallet back in the day. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Well, he brought it out. So if you ever want to, I almost feel like, can we just compare those side by side real quick? And I'll just, you got a lot. You got a lot more.
Closed at this point.
Can you see mine at all, Corey?
Yeah, he's a little bit thicker.
His little
it's
bit
close.
It's
though.
that
It's very
cash.
close.
It's that cash. It's
Yeah.
mine no
That-
cash.
That's also ridiculous. That's way too much.
Do you
It
guys
is
use
way
a
too
clip?
much.
What do you guys
Both
use?
of you guys are
I have a
little
wallet, but
large.
it's like
Is it Velcro? Please say it's Velcro. Oh, you got a trifold too, but
it's just not
it's
that
thin.
I don't have.
I got a trifold. I don't have it on me, but it's thin. It's actually thinner than Corey's.
Wow. No cards?
I got like 3 cards.
You guys don't need to do it anymore with the
I got
vaccine shit.
cards and business cards and
Pictures and
notes to myself, insurance cards. Yeah, some of my own business cards.
I just
some
got
stuff in there.
mini golf cash, and that's about it.
All right, I'll go home and clean out my wallet. Good Lord, guys.
All right, Seth. So how'd you hear about the podcast?
I think I think my wife mentioned it actually. She was, or not even the podcast, but she started following the discussion board,
Okay.
and she's like, you got to check out this site because it's inappropriate and all that. And
Right.
So I'm scrolling through. I'm like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. And so I followed you on Facebook,
Yeah.
followed the discussion board on Facebook, and then a little bit later, I saw that there was like a podcast, and I was sitting at work and I was doing nothing. It was Hollering with Hollenbeck.
Yeah.
And I've known Joey since we were little kids.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta listen to that, and I pull it up and listen to it. The one thing I got to figure out is how my phone times out, and then it just shuts off.
Well, if it's
I need
on,
to set a.
so if it's on Facebook, it does time out. And this is for all the listeners out there that might be listening for the first time. On Spotify, if you have the app, it doesn't time out. On Apple Podcasts, if you have the app, it doesn't time out. On iHeartRadio, it doesn't time out because they play it like music.
Yeah.
So it's just like as you stream music, they're going to stream that. The Facebook, if your phone goes to sleep, it cuts it off.
And I don't have any of those other things.
Okay, then
So
there you go.
and I don't really have much interest in
That's
more
fine.
apps on my phone.
Right. No, you're fine. You are
I just got to remember
okay
to reach over every once in a while and touch the screen.
You are completely okay with absolutely stuffing your wallet with random things. But that phone...
He keeps his phone
my phone has got priorities. I do not download anything. I see a note that says Cornhole Wichita. What does that say in your wallet?
Whitish. That's my buddy. That's a reminder to get the cornhole sets from my buddy Jason. This is my list. This is my list for going over east.
But God forbid,
on it is not the poker set. This is one of many. Like I said, I made lists.
God forbid you put that on your phone instead and save your back a little bit.
I've got another list on my phone.
Still no poker chips on it.
Yeah, that one doesn't have poker chips either. That's how I heard about the podcast.
That's how you heard about the podcast. Okay.
And
good.
I also, I saw that you were doing stuff with Sean.
Yes.
And love Sean, love his beer, love Sean just because he's been, you want to talk about somebody that has stuck it out and grown a business through the worst possible time to grow a business, and And now, the spot on Cole Street is amazing.
Is legit.
Have
you been able to make it down there once or twice?
That's I've been in there. I've been in there several times. My wife and I were just in there last week. We went in after we went and had dinner at the Italian place, and then walked over to Sean's and had a couple of beers. My wife doesn't drink beer or wine. She drinks rum only.
You want to introduce your wife to the?
Shout out to my wife, Kelly Loop. The best thing that ever happened to me. Coming up on our 20th wedding anniversary here in September.
Congratulations!
So But
I used to work with Kelly.
I was definitely the glue of the family. Keeps everything together.
That's great. She's fun. She's funny. She's very. When I was working with her, I didn't work with her often, but she's also very professional. She's legit. Yeah. She's super organized with everything.
No, she's great. And she left after she was there for almost 18 years.
Yeah.
Went to work. She was working from home, working for her stepmom, owns a corporate travel agency, and absolutely hated it. And wanted out of it badly. And then COVID hit. And it was an easy way to get out of it because there was nobody buying any tickets. So, but then she got, I saw an ad on Facebook that Cutter Supply was hiring somebody to go work for them in just work at the counter. And that's like her jam. That's her people that visit Cutter Supply. Her dad logged for 40 years. So that's the people that she was comfortable with. So she absolutely I've never seen her happier.
That's good. Oh man, that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When you love a job, I've noticed it. You like your vacations and you like that no matter what. But when you go to a job that really fits your groove, it's like you might as well be you almost feel like it's not a day off, but it's this is no big deal. I don't have to mentally prepare for it. I don't have to be I have to go to it. I'm there for 8 hours or whatever, but you're not just get me out of here.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah.
So
she's she loves it down there, and great. The Brown family are just phenomenal to work for. So she's doing good. And like I said, we're 20th anniversary coming up. Been together for 23 now. It's gonna be weird. My oldest son, he's getting ready to move out. He's moving on June 4th, so he'll be gone. He's 22, and then our youngest is 18, going to graduate here next couple of weeks, and he's going to go off to school. We don't know quite where yet, but my wife and I are going to be empty nesters here in 6 months.
Find some hobbies and stuff like that.
We're going to have to because we've never lived together without kids. We lived with our parents when she got pregnant, and then with our parents after Ray was born, our oldest, for 3 months, and then we were we got to get the hell out of here. So we moved in together, or we got our first apartment together.
So, but you've also been able to kind of now that you obviously don't have to be home for the kids all the time, you can kind of jet out, go do whatever you guys want.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But that's gonna be all the time.
Yeah. No, it's we gotta she needs to get a couple golf lessons. We need to get her golfing.
She can join me and Carrie.
Yeah.
For
my worst. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Kelly can rub the other side.
But he also wants the $800.
But I definitely need the summer pass and the golf cart.
Just carry Kelly. I'm just driving around. One on my left shoulder, one on my right.
You play the absolute worst round, and then you're like, "How much did that round cost you?" $1,600.
But it was all worth it.
And then Craig and Seth just having beers in the clubhouse.
Oh, this is great.
Kelly be into it. She loves to go out golfing with me. She just doesn't golf.
Yeah.
So she'll go right around the cart and stuff.
That's good. Well, maybe. She doesn't golf at all though. Like just not every once in a while. Just.
Well, I mean, she'll swing a club occasionally.
Yeah. Jamie and I just got back.
Pretty.
Just got back today from golfing too. That was fun. So I enjoy going with my wife. I'm always looking for like couples to swing with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wait for that
He does.
line all the time?
Yeah.
You guys enjoy golf?
Do
you have a couple? Oh yes. Here it comes.
You guys want to swing? Some clubs. Some clubs.
Or if you're into it, I got a black couch.
got some balls. A black couch. I got a podcast room. Yeah. So that's cool. And then so we shout out your wife. We got to talk about this before we break off. We'll do another episode after this. We'll record. But there's a story that still haunts Joey. And maybe we'll bring you on one of these times with Joey just to kind of like you guys can kind of shoot the crap back and forth. But
go back in the day. I was there when he got offered his scholarship to go play at Washington State. And he asked me if he could borrow I had like one of those prepaid phone cards because nobody had cell phones back then.
Okay.
And he's like, dude, can I borrow that? I got to call my mom and tell her that Mike Price just offered me an opportunity to play football here for the next 4 years. Wow. And I get the college education for free. Fuck yes, you can use my card.
It's a round of golf.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's going to cost you.
It's going to cost you service pass. So then he brings this up every so often where the only touchdown opportunity that he's ever had was a bouncing fumble recovery that he could have brought into the end zone.
Yep.
He says his eyes were as wide as saucers. He saw that ball. It was right in his grip, almost about to grab it, and then lo and behold. Now, were you a safety? What were you, cornerback?
I played safety. So I played, and in that game in particular, I was playing like we kind of adjusted our defense because they threw the ball so much.
So you remember this game and everything?
Yeah. So I was like playing like the nickel. And we ran a 4-man defensive back set. But I was playing like a nickel back. So I was kind of, up more on the line of scrimmage, cheating a little bit for run support and for pressure to the quarterback when they didn't come out with 4 receivers, but they threw the ball. It was the only time we ran this defense. So Joey tells the story exactly as it happened. And yes, he absolutely, that ball was bouncing down the field in front of him. And I guess I just like something in me took over and thought, Joey Hollenbeck can't run with a football. So I don't know. I think we were both going after the ball and I just reached in and grabbed it. You know what I mean? Like I just reached in and plucked it off the ground and took it into the end zone. Yeah. Touchdown. I'm all excited. Yeah. Joey's standing on like the 20-yard line with his hands on his hips, just staring at me.
It was
absolutely. And honestly, like it all comes down to the fact that I was just happened to be faster than him.
Yeah.
Like I played receiver and safety. He was a D lineman. Like no business with a football. Sorry, Joey. I know I know I stole that from you. I apologize for that. But I tell you what, man, it was worth it. It was a moment of glory for me.
So so that's the question. So knowing what you know now, that he'd go on to play college, he'd go on to play a little NFL, and he never had that opportunity again to ever score a touchdown, nor did he score a touchdown. Do you feel like, would you give that up? Would you have let him pick it up?
Absolutely not.
He should have been faster.
He should have been faster. He should have seen me coming out of peripherals and just shoved me out of the way because he could shove me out of the way with like his pinky.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I would still take that right out from under him and take it to the house.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Oh, it's funny. All right.
Love him to death. But he got plenty of football glory in other ways the rest of his career. That was 3.
So that was you.
That was the third to last football game I ever played in.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah. So makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we're coming to the end of the episode where we got our shout outs. We're going to give Seth a moment to give his shout out. He kind of shouted out his wife already. Maybe we'll use that one if he wants. But we're going to hit up Corey this time first.
I'm going to shout out Mariano Rivero, a.k.a. Jackson, for giving me that nice Harry Potter story that Craig sent him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thank you, Jackson.
So wait, is Jackson also kind of a Harry Potter fan? And he it's the same form.
Oh, no, he just knows Craig is.
Oh, so he wanted. Gotcha.
Yeah,
he wanted to impress him a little bit.
They were talking about it.
Gotcha.
He's a Star Wars. He's a Star Wars.
Oh, he's a big Star Wars guy. That's right. The unaired episode that we recorded with him for an hour that never has hit the airwaves yet,
and never will probably.
We'll see. It was actually pretty funny, but also probably boring for a lot of people. But we'll see. We'll see.
For some of us that were in the room.
That's like one of the only episodes that's never. I haven't released some episodes, but only because of like the quality of the sound, or it got choppy, or there was even times where we had Zach Peterson on with his cousin Joey, right? Joey and Zach, and me and Joey were. This is early on where we all had microphones, but we didn't have a table where everyone would be able to be locked in. And so the whole time, just Zach's holding this microphone like right over here and talking. And so he sounds like he's down the hallway. And I just couldn't fix it.
You guys recording a podcast now?
Yeah, it was so bad. So bad. Craig, what about your shout out?
I'll do another shout out to Jaron Jokala. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get him on. He was actually hoping to come on today, but work calls.
Yeah.
So you need some real estate, give Jaron a call.
Smooth golfer.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he was there.
Best golfer in the group by leaps and bounds. Let's just say.
Wow.
Like I don't remember seeing him hit a shot and everybody not go like, "Damn, dude, nice shot." Like, yeah, he's good at it. He's just an athlete. But
at one point, I was playing with him and I asked him. I said, "Do you ever just get tired of hearing nice shot?"
Yeah. No, the dude can golf. Well, he's just an athlete in general. I mean, anytime I've ever seen him try to do anything athletic, he pulls it off well. And happy birthday, Jaron, yesterday.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yeah. So was this just ironically a birthday trip, a golf trip?
He didn't even want us to know that it was his birthday.
Some of us didn't know.
He was all pissed off when we started singing happy birthday yesterday morning up at the first tee box.
Like his wife let him go on his 50th?
His 50th?
Jaron? Yeah.
He's like, I think he turned 29 or 27 or something.
So he's younger than all of us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 32, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it was 32 because he's exactly 10 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're a young one, though.
42.
That's crazy. You look young.
Well, thank you.
You don't look.
Appreciate that.
You don't look 42. Huh. Now you look I'm just kidding.
Look in the mirror, buddy.
I look 60. I've looked 60 since 22. My shout out is to Jason Tim. Hopefully we get him on the podcast at some point. But for him to organize this golf trip for everybody and to get these like good memories and good stories, especially that Craig photo that you guys are going to see. Craig is never going to live, or Corey, sorry. The Corey photo, that's going to be talked about for the next 30 years, is the time he borrowed Kyle's rain pants.
Those pants helped me.
They did help him stay dry.
Well, I golfed better.
And once he pulled up the one leg and just had the one leg.
Was he LL Cool J?
Yeah, LL Cool J style. It was substantially better. He started schwacking up golf balls at that point.
Wow.
Yeah. My confidence went up when I had that one leg.
Did you have a little swag? Were you walking a little bit?
Had a little gait to his walk.
That was also a little later in the day with a little bit of some beverages in.
That was getting better that day. I had some peanut butter whiskey and my leg was up. I was hitting the ball good.
Yeah.
What about you, Seth?
I'm gonna shout out my big brother and best friend Kai Loop, Chef Kai. Check him out on his website, chefkai.com. Does a lot of good things, and if you are in need of somebody to do catering for you and your wife, or you and 50 of your best friends, give him a shout. He's does some really really good things. Whatever you wanted to eat, he can make it for you, and it's probably going to be the best version you've ever eaten. So shout out to Chef Kai.
Where's he located?
Here in town, here in Enumclaw.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Worked for Kelly's Mercantile when they started.
Yeah.
Built their original menu and did that, and then needed to kind of break out on his own. And so he started Chef Kai, and has done pretty well with it. It's been a rough year and a half for him, but things are going to come back, and
well, maybe we'll book him, because I know that what I do to celebrate what I did for my 30th, because I'm celebrating my 40th in October. For my 30th, I had it catered, had it at the clubhouse. I've got a DJ. I've charged admission.
The men's club?
Yeah, men's club. I'm like, hey, people are gonna like, don't give me a card. Save that. I don't want a gift card. Just come, bring $5. Come on in. That pays for the food. That pays for the place. That pays for the drinks. And then and the DJ, Paul Sylvie's son was my DJ.
Nice.
I worked with him, and I'm thinking about doing the same thing for my 40th. Might celebrate my 40th that way. So maybe we'll hit up.
Definitely hit him up. That's right up his alley, man. He can. I mean, he does things from all the way down to if you want to have a dinner party with 6, with like 2 or 3 other couples, and you tell him what you want to eat, and then you all just sit around, drink wine, and watch him prepare it in front of you. And I mean, like, but I'm talking like,
is he shirtless?
No, which is a good thing.
But there's always a price for everything.
But he's got. I mean, like I said, you can ask him to make absolutely anything, and it's probably going to be the best version you've ever eaten.
Now, if I buy Chef Kai a summer's pass.
You obviously don't know Kai, because if you saw Kai and tried to figure out a way to get him and you in a golf cart at the same time, you might need one of those 4-seaters.
With all the people that are going to be massaging my shoulders, we might need it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Appreciate you guys. Go hit up the Patreon. Go hit up Cole Street. Just remember, first Wednesday of every month is comedy night, $10 a seat. And then also, if you wear your Full Buddy Cast shirt that you can purchase on Patreon, that you will be able to get 15% off anything at Cole Street when you get, or any drinks at Cole Street when you get there. Got to wear it. And then, so got you hooked up. So
I'm hooked up with a shirt.
You wear one down there, and then 15% off. I had to update that because Holly's like, "Oh, you're saying 10% all the time." Well, that was before Sean got super generous and said, "Hey, you know what? 15% off. They got to wear their shirt." And then shout out to Andy at Mazatlan. Go down there. Sometimes you have to prompt them, especially if you know Andy. You may have to because not everyone knows the discount, but Andy does. So you may have to tell Andy, "Hey, Full Buddy Cast," and get it there. And then also go down to Bordeaux Wine Bar and hit that place up as well. And you might you get a little discount as well. But you gotta mention John's Beaver. That's the one thing you gotta mention.
I got stories about Andy Cardenas for you too.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. This is okay. That's a nice teaser for the next episode.
Next episode, yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. It's a Friday, so have a great weekend. I think it might be Memorial Day weekend. I think we were off on our summer thing. We recorded too soon. And I'm thinking it was that because we released the summer thing today. So next weekend's Memorial Day weekend. So have a great Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe. Send us your messages and your questions. And once again, thank you very much for Seth and Seth's patronage as well, and also being on the pod. So everybody, long-winded goodbye. Take care.